Hey, what's up guys? It's the Wild Burrito here for a review on South Park, The Stick of Truth. I've recently started watching South Park with season 19 and 20. Both seasons were fantastic, and since The Stick of Truth sequel is coming out soon, South Park, The Fracture But All, I've decided that it was a good idea for me to give you my opinion on the first game in this series. In South Park The Stick of Truth, you play as the new kid who just moved in the neighborhood of South Park. You quickly encounter Butters and Cartman. They are both in the clan of the human and elves have fought for centuries over what is called the Stick of Truth, an ancient relic that controls the universe, and you are now part of this epic battle. I'm not gonna say much more about the story. I think it's one of the best things about this game. It really goes wild really fast.
Jesus Christ! Oh, can we try the big silver one again?
A full playthrough should take around 20 hours, and I'm counting all the side quests, collecting all the collectibles, and going everywhere. By the way, there's some collectible that you can miss. You should really look for them. The fact that it only takes 20 hours to finish the game is pretty much my biggest complaint about the game. Sadly, it's not a really fun game to do again and again. The biggest threat about this game are stuff that you unravel or discover, like the story, Joe, the universe in general. You will have thought that maybe playing the game in a harder mode would give him a bit more durability, but I can count on my finger the number of times I've died in my first playthrough at normal. I didn't felt a difference when I played at hardcore, so you should really start with the highest difficulty and give yourself a little challenge because there is not much difficulty in the battle. The other thing you could change between playthrough is also your class. There was 4 class: warrior, mage, thief, and Jew. Even though 99.9999% of you will take the Jew, but your class doesn't affect much your gameplay. It only changes your ability. Abilities are weird. While some can be fancier basic attack, others can be violently broken. Unfortunately, the RPG part is just bad. Perk don't make a big difference. Class and or ability all feel the same. Armor do not make a significant difference. Upgrade for weapon and armor could be erased from the game. 90% of all the things you will collect are worthless junk. The sad truth is those objects are actually worth something, but you don't need to sell them to afford any weapon. It's the only thing you should really spend your money on with anyway. You will be fine with all the armor you will collect. Like I said, doesn't make a significant difference while the weapon do. And you also don't need to buy consumable. They are floating everywhere like coke in the 80s. Moral of the story, you got too much of it and the economy is broken in the game. But all those flaws about the RPG part of the game might be one of the best part in it. I know it doesn't make sense, but bear with me with this one. I'm dead serious. The thing is that South Park The Stick of Truth is a turn-based RPG, and turn-based RPG can be fucking intense. Some of them take hundreds of hours to beat. Some of them require a lot of management. Some of them have page and page of storyline. Some of them will make you ask yourself, where the fuck am I? Overall, it's a genre that can be often mentally exhausting. While I love being challenged and invest myself in those stories, I think Stick of Truth make a good job of just being a fun game where you can shut down your brain and enjoy exploring a great universe, which fit a lot with the humor of South Park, just retarded jokes. A last thing about the gameplay is that there's a puzzle aspect in this game where you can skip some fight and find some object by using some action on certain background or thing. It doesn't feel forced into the player. It's really more to give you an alternative to beat mobs in a different way. It's a fun side to explore if you get bored by the combat system at a certain point. In conclusion, I feel like Stick of Truth is a good game, but it's not a game that you should spend 80 bucks on. For the same reason, I don't think South Park The Fractured But Whole will be worth to be bought at the release. I think it's a great game for $30-$20. At the same time, it doesn't have a lot of durability, but it's really cool if you like South Park. At the same time, in general, there are some really classic games that are really cheap that people never played, and there are some really great indie games that are being released right now that are cheap. In general, when I review a game and when I recommend a game for a friend, I generally like to use a formula. If a game doesn't give you 1 hour of great gameplay for every dollar that you spend on it, it doesn't work. Anyway, that was my whole take on this game. I hope it helped you, and if you want further information about the game, about some of my take on different game, or suggest me other review, you can comment below. I will respond to everybody. And if you like the video in general, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel and become part of the Wild Nation, which is all of us. And see ya.
Lemmy journeyed a distance far and fast to find his way out of a gay man's ass. The road ahead is filled with danger and fright, but push onward, Lemmy with all of your might.